Spirit, where that point where the children who were exiled to the foreign land would go back to the place that they came from. And their sins would be no more. You will go back to the places from where you came from. And your reputation will be no more of that old identity. You will not be seen by the name of your family, by your bloodline, by your bank account, by your credit reference, your health issues. You will not be seen by any of those, but you will be recognized by the name of the one whose name has yet to be revealed. Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. In the 12th year, it is the season of promotion. We go, promotion. I love the idea. Our brother was talking about the check shirt. I loved the favor that goes when you go in and you get that favor because of you grabbed a hold of anointing and you understood something. We grab a hold of Jesus because we understand something. And we think, what is promotion? Shout back at me. What's promotion? Higher level elevation? What does it look like? Increase. Tell me more. Step up. Good. Growth. What else? Greater responsibility. Progress. So what does it look up? How will people treat you? Fine. Oh, that's a lady who's got swagger just there. Yeah. You'll be treated better. Yeah? Daniel 2:18. Then the king made Daniel a great man and gave him many great gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. He was set up. He was above all the things we're talking about. Daniel 2:49. Then Daniel requested of the king that he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon. But Daniel sat at the gate of the king. You get promotion, you remember your friends. Now, where have we heard those names before? What was that? When they were being thrown into the fire? When people were against them? When people told tales on them? When people wanted them killed? When people were having parties to see who would come out first, the dark or cinder? This was promotion. You see, we forget what promotion looks like. You know, some of us are going through some things, and it doesn't look like promotion. It doesn't smell like promotion. It definitely doesn't think that we're above. It doesn't seem we're the head and not the tail. And yet here we see that promotion followed because they were faithful to the one who they knew would promote them. We need to understand that when God puts greatness within us, it's his greatness that he puts within us. And that is what is demonstrated. Not how good a skill we have, or what great favor we bring the people around us and how much they like our coffee, our tea, and our cakes. It's simply, whether we want to recognize it or not, it has nothing to do with us at all. Because the promotion that we position ourselves in won't last. Someone younger, more up to date, greater ability, maybe even looks better, will be promoted. Because at some point, a little tag will be attached saying your sell-by date is up. No, you're no longer the flavor. I was horrified. I hardly use my laptop. This is my laptop, my studies, my everything on this. So my storage on this is huge because everything goes on that. So I went to use my computer the other day, and I asked Micah, "Oh, Mike, I'm having problems with this." He said, "Well, this autumn, Microsoft Word will go off, and this really is obsolete." I went, "I've hardly used it. Don't tell me it's no good now." Right? And some of us are like this. We have so much inside. God, you've hardly used me. I can't be up now. God, I haven't even learned how to switch it on properly. I've got one of these computers. If I hold it wrong, I switch the computer off. Whose idea was to put a start button on the side of a computer? That's not intelligence. I don't care who did it. It's not intelligence. People are going to lift it, and their hand is going to turn it off. But you see, us as older, we know these things, right? These young ones going, "Oh, give it to me, I'll fix it." The amount of conversations I hear with Micah and Jerome, "Dad, I have shown you how to copy and paste before. You should know how to do it by now, Dad." "Oh, I couldn't be bothered with this." This is the guy now who is into computers. He's going, "Chat GPT, do something for me." Woo! This man has got young. His software is still up to date. But this is promotion. Your 12th birthday is promotion. And I heard the testimony of the faithfulness of God. But you know what I also heard? The pain. The crying out. The waiting. The hoping when there was no hope. The God, you said this, where is it? When our brother Desmond gave his testimony, when he said about the pain, that God, we forget that. We forget that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and Daniel went through something. We look at the new covenant that we read about this morning, and we can forget our former days and not dwell in the past. But sometimes it's important to remember from where we came from. Because every step we take is not by chance. Every step we take is favor. Understanding the ways of the Lord. Understanding when God makes someone great, something decreases. When God causes mustard brown top. Yeah, you want to stand up? Yeah, you can stand up. No? Yeah, you're looking behind. It's our sister. No. Oh, you can stand as well. It's fine. See the boat? It's fine. It's good. It's good. You know what you just did? You put everybody else down by just standing up. You saw that? Look around. When you stand up, everybody else is down. Right? Remember that? You can take a seat again. You can take a seat again. See, for you to be noticed, everybody else. And if you're with my kids and we stand up at the wrong time, sit down. But you know what? You could be with your peers, your cultural group, your work colleagues, your boss, your department head, your families, and they'll just want you to sit down. When you guys started, who are you? Who? Where are you from? And they wanted you to sit down. They wanted you not to exist. But now in your 12th year, they can't. They were waiting to see how is this going to work. How is this going to pan out? Oh, Pastor Kafui, he's just that guy. He's extreme. You know, he's looking for holiness. He's looking for a righteous life. In this day and age, you think I'm only saying this? To our shame, in the south of England, the churches that we have connected or seen or asked to be involved in, when we challenged a few situations to do with the youth about their behavior of sleeping around, and I said, is no one teaching them relationships? No one teaching them boundaries? And they said, I don't think you get it. There is no relationships. What? No, they just like going out for a Coke. They don't need the relationship. Do you not recognize this is not right? And you know what they said to me? All the churches have this problem. Not in ours. Not in ours. And you see, when people want you to sit down, they want you to be like them. They want you to cut the slack a little bit. Don't be so extreme. That's too high a standard. For who? For who? You've come into your 12th year. And now that the Lord is raising you up in a different place to be seen and heard, there will be, don't shoot the messenger. I remember the last time I said that to someone, don't shoot the messenger. But there's going to be furnaces. There's going to be lion dens. There's going to be rogue court issues. There's going to be all level of accusation. Really encouraging word for your 12th anniversary, right? But to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Don't think this is too tough. You've already signed up. And if you want to go back, guess what? It's halfway you are. It's the same length. Why bother? You've already seen the scene. You need to be positioned in this year, understanding that when God talks about authority, he means authority. In Genesis 39, verse 5, I'm just giving you this for homework. It's about when Joseph is put in authority over a household. This was after the guy was sold by his family. Let's be clear here. In Genesis 41:40, when he was told, you'll be over the whole household and I will be the only other one who's above you, there was a place of promotion. But this was after the guy had come out of prison because someone accused him of rape. In Esther 6:11, we have Haman, who took the robe and the horse and arrayed Mordecai and led him on horseback through the city square, proclaiming before him, thus it shall be done to the man whom the king desires to honor. You know what? People go, wow, isn't that amazing? I would not trust that guy leading that horse. Seriously. Who's wearing my clothes? This is the man who's sitting on my horse. This is the man that actually should be in the gutter. This is the man, and this is the man. Yeah, the king favors my foot. You know? Recognize this. Don't get preoccupied about it, but recognize it. You know, Jeremiah was seen as the weeping prophet. And sometimes in the job that I'm in, I get the joy of calling things out. And sometimes Jerome and my kids will say, Mom, surely it can't be so negative. I said, look, if you don't root out and pull down, you can't build and plant. And in this season of just coming into Rosh Hashanah, the Lord is asking, what have you got to rule? What have you got to position? What have you got to pull down and root out so I can plant and build? In Ireland, they have a brick, it's a mica brick, and the houses are literally falling apart because the cement in the brick is the wrong constitution. So the bricks are dissolving and the houses are literally falling apart. And so the people who had their houses built with that campaigned to the government that they need redress. So the government said, okay, we will allow you to build the shell of the house, but nothing else. These people have built with their inheritances, with their hard work. And now suddenly, these houses are falling apart. And they have to start from scratch. But the government said, we're not going to give you money to rebuild your foundation. The foundation is built with the same bricks. In this situation, God is saying, let's deal with the foundation. Let's make sure those bricks are steady. Because I'm building you. I'm building you. And I'm strengthening you. And what you've gone through, says God, has been a testing and a proving to make sure you can take the weight of the next stage. It's good. It's not bad. He does want to give you a life and a future. Although sometimes you kind of think, God, really? Anybody else felt like that in this last season? That hands go right up. Are you serious, God? Is this really for my good? Anybody got into prayer and have said, God, let me show you what could be for my good. Let me help you, God. You see, understanding that when we're set over things, when we're set above, then all nature of things will want to clamor around us. And let's be very clear here. We're already seated in heavenly places. We're already sitting above. So it's no wonder that there is levels of attack. There's no wonder there's levels of situations raising their heads against us. You see, coming from the era that we came from, if things are going bad for you, they'll say, you must be opening a door, right? This warfare is not normal. You know? And sometimes that kind of wakens in our heads, right? If we're very honest, that will stir in us thinking, what am I not doing? What am I am doing that is not right? What have I got to put in place? See, we need to understand spiritual warfare doesn't show up because you're weak. It shows up when you're dangerous. It's as simple as that. Health issues? What do you say to that? Nothing much. Reading Jeremiah, I will walk you in paths where you will not trip. Okay, God, sounds good to me. Could have appreciated it a few months ago, but hey, that's okay. You see, understanding that when we're under pressure, what happens is that a pattern, because we've got an anointing for healing. Simple as that. Why are financial situations trying to put a stranglehold to pay Peter, to rob Paul and pay Peter, and to live from hands and mouth? Worship and provision. What is the pattern